and welcome to 2026. Gonzaga begins this year ranked number 7, and they welcome in an old friendly foe in Seattle University soon. All right, let's get it going. Welcome to 2026. Greg Heister, Richard Fox, Dan Dickow off road against San Diego. Bounce. Here's Huff. Spin. Double team was there. Smith turned down the three. Drive. Braden. Oh, Venters moves to the far side. Braden now. Here's Huff again. Leans in. The floater drops again.
And if you're Maurer, it's difficult.
Very physical game the other night in San Diego. It begins that way here tonight. Here's Huff for three. Bang! Huff from downtown. Tipped around, grab. And here's Maldonado in the open floor. Arrington. June Sukyo, trail three. June can do that. We saw him do it.
Yeah, he played 39 games while at Gonzaga, and that was the area, I think, more than anywhere else where his game just, couldn't really take off. It's Huff just to the right-hand jump hook over June.
Ran it down for the Redhawks. Christopoulos' three. Boy, that was a stretch against the Toreros. And it allowed San Diego back into that game. First turnover here. And Graham Ike called for the goaltending. Graham Ike looking for an easy two, but it's not in there. Venters, deep three off the front of the rim. Graham Ike offensive board, and he was fouled on the grab.
Both felt like the game was over. They just had complete control, and the Toreros just never gave it up.
And there's Heimbrock. Boy, they are connecting from downtown. He lost the grip. Maldonado picked it up, turnover number 3 on GU. Now Maldonado, this is an open three. Bang! Seattle U another there. And the Redhawks on an 11-0 run. Heimbrock, bounce. Maldonado throws it up and in. How about that finish? First 3 possessions, Gonzaga's got to go back to him. Sansupari for 3, they need it. Ha! Well, actually, that was Ike flying through. And Graham will go to 6's Huron Dan. This is Arrington. He almost gave it up. Christopoulos from the corner and another 3 drop. Grant Foster, Tyon hunting a shot. Down on the baseline, got it to Graham. Turns down the 3, drives on Dan. Left hand, boy, there's a tough bucket. Takeaway, Miller. Grant Foster can't catch it cleanly. And now he drives the baseline, got all the way in there. The finish, 7 to shoot. Backs it out, he poked a look at the clock. Hangs inside, won't go! The two-handed flush by Brock Felder. He's on Fogel. Out to Amos, near side. Heimbolt drives, ran into Huff. And now Amos, open 3. That finds the bottom of the net.
It just takes about less than 1 a game.
Seattle U now 6 of 13 from downtown. Braden Huff lines up the 3. Drops it through. Worley has it poked away, and now Christopoulos. Gonzaga's in for a battle tonight. It's getting obvious, ladies and Ike. Double team comes, steps through, shot up. He'll shoot free throws. Starting to get into this. Some noise coming. Let's see how the Redhawks handle it. And they do a great job with it. Brock Felder, I'm sorry. The easy pass from Maldonado and conversion, and now Ike at the other end. Jump hook off balance shot. 6-point game. Amos drives left hand, and somehow that drops.
7 turnovers for Gonzaga.
Boy, Christopoulos has the green light, doesn't he? Tyon. With 4 points, he's going to work. Sansupari for 3. That's long by 9. There's Arrington. Blocked by Huff, but a foul called, I believe, on the body. But Murray wanting the ball. Now he goes to work. Spins. Shot up, no good, and that was a shot.
It's a good place to start high-low.
Miller runs it down. Tyon Grant Foster, another 3. That one's Dan with his first field goal. Sansupari trying to get to the rim. Here's Ike, fake the 3. Drive, spins. 2 more, Graham Ike. Gonzaga now with 9 turnovers. Heimbold inside, missed it. Offensive rebound won't go, and Huff clears that miss. Smith with it. Touches the ball. There's two black jerseys. Ike the skip to Venters. Inocente, three on the way. That's way off. And it's Seattle University.
12. He was shooting better than 40% before this rough patch.
Maldonado throws to the rim and the flush. You don't bring your A game, you can get beat any night. And Ike, and here's Huff. Ike threw a pass to Inocente. To Arrington. Deflection. Ended up into the corner, and Jun-Suk Yo hits. They'll keep this game in the 50s if they can keep it there. Heimbold drives and the lay-in. Nobody stopped the ball, and Mark leads Gonzaga with 15. There you see, surrounded by jerseys. Smith, corner three. They needed that one. And now we'll push. Almost lost it. Here's Huff. Spins, and he is fouled inside. I tell you, everybody.
It's Pepperdine, just 3 tonight.
Here's Dan. Working on Huff. Spins baseline, jump hook. That's a really good-looking shot.
Just take your time if you're Heimbold there. Force Gonzaga to guard deeper into the clock.
Smith, Huff. Great Huff, so good. June gonna take it himself. Ike poked it away, 4 to shoot. Shot on the way, and somehow it finds the bottom of the net. Makes from behind that three-point line. They lead by 10 with the basketball. This is Maldonado. Christopoulos. 3-ball, another one. Back to screen on Murphy. Smith tries. Huff shot. Falls off the rim. Huff the board. And the putback. Braden Huff trying to lead his team back. And now the return three is off by Murphy. And back comes Grant Foster. And he almost throws it away. Now for GU. Here's Huff. Leads Gonzaga with 21 points. Here's Miller driving. Grant Foster goes for the jam.
Maldonado knocks down a relatively tough shot there on the baseline, but you force Gonzaga to guard.
And Braden Huff.
Yeah, if I'm Gonzaga, I just come down every time.
Game. And now Seattle U deliberate in their approach. Heimbold got Ike in the air and then scored.
Heimbold just patient there.
Great catch. Here's Ike. 5 to shoot, goes hard. There's a big bucket for Ike. There's some ferocity. Huff down the lane, teardrop won't go. Trying to get it back, ball loose. Worley on the floor. It's on the season for him. They're gonna need a few more, you get the feeling, before this is over. Maldonado using the screen and hits the three, big time shot out.
Seattle's so disciplined, they don't leave their feet hardly ever.
Miller. That's a 2. No, that's just touched by Maldonado, so illegal play. Mario drives, missed it. Putbacks won't go. The battle for the ball, possession, or a foul is called. Under 7 to go. Here's Miller, bounce. Graham Ike going to work. Back to the baseline. Left hand off the glass. Yeah, 8-point game.
Second time.
And now Smith with it for Gonzaga. Big possession. This to get it under 8. Ike!
Press fell back in that 1-3-1 zone, and part of the reason you press is to speed teams up.
That's off of Maldonado. Gonzaga ball. No, they just gave it. Ike.
Clear out of side here, 1-on-1.
Oh, there's a big-time bucket. Graham wanting a... Heimbold. Again, 5 to shoot. Got to get it up. Gonzaga's defense really good, but somehow got it to go. And Ike the catch at the other end. And he's fouled. And Graham will go to the line. Here's Dan working on Huff. Ike ready to poke. Jump hook. Oh! Brought rain. And it found the... Here tonight and help his team earn a victory against the 7th-ranked Zags. Here's Smith, jump shot, bang, wow. Maldonado, here's Dan. That's an offensive foul, yes it is. Jun-Suk Yo, oh, he slid and lost the ball. Picked up by Braden Smith. Smith poked by Maldonado, and somehow he keeps it. And then over to Maldonado, forward to shoot. Here's Dan. Huff calling for help. Jump hook is off. Heimbrough poked at it. Gonzaga ball. 2 minutes to play. Here's Dan. Poked and fouled by Graham Ike. Braden Huff going to work. There's the poke. Ducks in. Bucket. Huff with 25. Three-point game.
Maldonado looks like he's going to double.
A lot of game to be played. Grant Foster will drive. Off the glass. Bucket. 1-point game. Smith. And
Too much body from Smith.
yeah, they called a foul on Braden Smith.
Not in the bonus yet, though.
No, Maldonado trying to get to the baseline. Tough shot. Missed it. Jun Suk Yo crashing the boards. And he's fouled by Ike on the punt. Ike's had the hot hand. Here's Huff. Back to Smith. Turned down the three. The drive. Fouled. And he'll shoot free throws. Braden Smith. Free throw shooter. Makes it a 1-point game.
Seattle U with one.
This to tie. Tied at 60. Jun Suk Yo, 7 to shoot. Maldonado gonna play for one. Shot blocked by Grant Foster. Here we go. Maldonado's heave off the front of the rim. Hello, overtime. Tied at 65 as we begin overtime. Maldonado, the drive, shot off the glass, won't go. Ike, the board. Huff bounced to the post. Ike, the catch, shot up, won't go. Huff, the offensive rebound. He'll go up. He's fouled. Free throws coming. With it. Chase from behind, poked by Miller. Save, picked up by Maldonado. Shot up and good. And a foul called on Braden. Shot up, too hard, loose. Saved by Huff somehow, and he dumps it in. Braden Huff everywhere for Gonzaga. Grant Foster drives. He's in close, off the glass. Gonzaga, their largest lead. Here's Huff. Grant Foster drives to the rim. Gonzaga leads by 4.
He's so good.
Throw line jumper, well short. Loose ball, Miller with it. Home run ball, Grant Foster. Lay in. Gonzaga up by 6. Maldonado, a deep three, bang! What a bomb!
It can happen overtime. That's one of them right there.
Ike wanting it. He's got it. Spins. Count the bucket. Heimbrough drives. Stripped by Worley. A foul called. That looked like a clean strip from here, but it stops the clock against Worley. Stumble. Ball tipped away. Gonzaga's going to survive, ladies and gentlemen. Grant Foster. Yeah, they have been rock solid. Maldonado has a shot blocked by Grant Foster. Innocente runs it down, and Gonzaga's going to survive. Beat Seattle University 80-72, led by Graham Ike's 24 and Braden Huff's 28.
A lot of guys. Smith, just timely. Grant Foster, 5 blocks tonight. All of those on jump shots. I mean, what? You just don't see this. I mean, up and down the roster.